Oh, why hello! I bet all of you are at the edge of your seat wondering what movie I'm going to review for my mystery review. Well, it's a so-called sci-fi film that is based on a failed television series whose lackluster big screen counterpart bombed at the box office. Of course, I'm referring to Serenity. In a world of uncertainty, where movie theaters are plagued by remakes and sequels, in a world where big-budget movies can still suck, in this world we have the Blockbuster Buster. Greetings, Legion. I'm ERod, and I'm your reviewer. Based on the television series by Buffy creator Joss Whedon, Firefly was cancelled after only 13 episodes, and we all know that Fox only cancels shows that suck. The show followed the adventures of the crew of a Firefly-class ship called Serenity, as they traveled the stars all the while humanity colonized the galaxy, similar to the colonization of the American West. Wait. Cowboys in space? You're actually mixing the genres? That's too much complicated writing, Mr. Whedon. Don't you know that TV audiences want to watch the same repetitive, vapid garbage they've seen before 1,000 times? Why don't you produce a reality show, like Jersey Shore, which requires no writing at all? Actually, now that I think about it, the fact that thoughtless reality shows get big ratings pretty much renders my degree in creative writing completely worthless. So our movie begins with a well-paced recap of everything you need to know about the TV series so you can enjoy the movie. What? Using visual storytelling to set up your exposition? In a movie? Oh, Mr. Whedon, you work way too hard. Don't you know that you can set up all this information with a quick title scroll? After all, that's why people go to see movies, to read! So it turns out that a government group called the Alliance kidnapped a gifted young girl named River and turned her into a very powerful sleeper agent. Unfortunately, her meddling brother Simon rescued her with the help of the crew of the Serenity. And now they're all wanted by the Alliance. Thus, an assassin is sent to track them down and kill River. Wait a minute, this is our villain? But he's so neatly dressed!
I see no listing of rank or name.
I have neither.
And he has no name? But if you have no name or a snazzy costume, how can they make an action figure of you? Fuck telling a compelling sci-fantasy tale that's both touching and easy to follow. Selling toys is where it's at. And thus, we meet our heroes in one really long camera move with 0 cuts. Mr. Whedon, you silly bastard. Don't you know that you can't maintain an audience's attention with just camera moves and frame composition alone? With our ridiculously short attention spans, we will only tolerate ultra-fast cutting and frames cluttered with so much crap that no one can tell what's going on. It might be confusing and disorienting, but it's not boring. Oh, but the fountain of failure continues to flow, boys and girls, as it turns out that this movie has no stars. You know who I'm talking about. Those ultra cool people we see on the covers of those really informative and influential periodicals we see at the checkout line at the grocery store. Who cares whether they're talented or not? They're pretty and they're popular, so let's put them in every movie! Instead, Mr. Whedon opted to bring back everyone from his failed TV show, which includes Captain Hammer, the Secret Service agent from Independence Day, the black lady from that one scene in Matrix 2, the cute girl from the V revamp, the female Terminator, this guy, and this girl. Who cares who they are? They've never won the coveted MTV Movie Award, which means they must suck. And last but not least, my personal favorite, the red-headed guy from Knight's Tale.
Hello?
So our heroes are running out of money and supplies, so they resort to robbing a bank to make ends meet. Oh my god, Mr. Whedon, the blurring of the lines between good and evil has temporarily rendered me blind. Now, get this through your thick skull. The bad guys were black, and the good guys are pretty. In the middle of their bank robbery, our heroes are attacked by space cannibals called Reavers. Mr. Whedon, are you trying to draw parallels between the American settlers' skewed perception of the American natives as nothing more than wild savages? Shame on you for being so politically incorrect. Make your Native Americans blue, then it's perfectly fine to exploit their suffering. So our heroes try to escape from the space cannibals and wait a minute, did they actually shoot the scene on location? You sanctimonious nincompoop, don't you know that you can save time and money by shooting the whole movie in front of a green screen?
This would have taken us a whole day to do this. 2D.
The nameless assassin is tired of the Serenity crew's shenanigans, so he draws out Captain Hammer by kidnapping the hooker of his dreams. The love interest is a prostitute? Mr. Whedon, you're not even worthy of kissing the hem of such an American classic as Pretty Woman. Hammer shows up to save the V-hooker, but he is severely beaten by the assassin. So the hero is not a perfect fighting machine? Oh, Mr. Whedon, don't you know that the hero has to be the best fighter in the whole movie? Building believable dramatic tension is for losers. So get this, these 8 blue-collar bank robbers slash fugitives are going to take on hordes of space cannibals, as well as the full Alliance army, just to find out why the government wants to kill River. And get this, even though this is allegedly a science fiction movie, they don't have lasers, or lightsabers, or even plasma weapons. All they have are edge weapons, guns, and their wits.
At last, we can retire and give up this life of crime.
That's so boring it makes me want to... Who the hell are you? I'm ERod. Dare use my catchphrase, punk ass. So, are you gonna tell me who you are, or am I gonna have to use force? Well, buddy, if you're the Blockbuster Buster, why don't you prove it? So I forgot to put on my ring. It's bound to happen every now and then. I left my hammer at my... Alright, you ass clown. I warned you. Hammer of power. Show me sight beyond sight. Evil E? But that's impossible! What's so impossible about it? I'm you. Well, the you that would exist if you would have made different decisions between good and bad. Good? Bad? I'm still the guy with the hammer. What are you gonna do, ERod? You gonna bust me? You gonna give me a mighty dragon punch and send me packing? Nope. I'm gonna send you to the null void. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't do this to me. By the powers granted to me by the Legion of Badassitude. Accepted by the Blockbuster Buster with pride and gratitude. Blessed by the Masters, Stanley, Lee, and Ditko. Klaatu, Verada, Nikto! No! Don't you know? I aim to misbehave. This movie is awesome. Not only is Serenity one of my all-time favorite movies, but it's one of the few I'm perfectly comfortable recommending to everybody. While this movie is self-contained and doesn't 100% require for you to watch the show, I still recommend you check out the TV series before you watch the movie, as it will give you a deeper appreciation for these characters. And while we're on the subject of characters, a few of you hardcore browncoats are probably curious to know who's my favorite character. It's a solid tie between Mal and River. Mal is by far one of the greatest anti-heroes ever created, while River is simply fascinating to watch whenever she's on screen. Sadly, it's true, this movie bombed. In fact, it was outgrossed by Flight Plan. Did anybody see this movie? Because I sure didn't. The fact of the matter is, you can't stop the signal. 10 points in the badassitude meter, so grab a friend and check it out. So that was one, not busted. I'm ERod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Oh, and happy April Fool's Day. Damn it, he has evaded me once again. Soon, ERod, the day will come when you will be the one to be busted.
Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out to the black, tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky.
Check out my website, suckers!